Good morning, everyone. Our presentation analyzes the Gordie Howe International Bridge Protect with through the lens of project management fundamentals. This project represents one of the most complex mega projects in North America due to its binational nature, political sensitivity, and scale. We will evaluate whether this project was successful by examining key project management areas such as initiation, planning, execution, risk management, stakeholder engagement, communication, and governance. Our team members and assigned roles are listed on this slide. Each team member contributed to the analysis and will be speaking during the presentation. Speaking during the presentation, we will conclude by clearly answering the central questions. Was the Gordie Howe International Bridge project successful and why? Next slide 2. Here, project initiation and planning. The primary project objective was to design and construct a new international border crossing between Detroit, Michigan, and Windsor, Ontario. The goal was to improve trade efficiency, border security, and long term economic growth while reducing congestion at the existing Ambassador Bridge. From a scope perspective, the project extended far beyond just bridge construction. It included the bridge itself, ports of entry on both sides of the border, highway and road connections, environmental mitigation, continuous coordination between US and Canadian stakeholders. This wide scope significantly increased project complexity and required strong integration management. The budget was approximately 5.7 billion Canadian dollars. A key planning decision was that Canada agreed to fund 100% of the upfront costs with the intention of recovering investment through long term toll revenues. This was a strategic response to funding uncertainty on the US side. Major milestones included finalizing binational agreements, achieving financial close through a public private partnership or P3 model, beginning construction, reaching operational readiness. The key success factors established during planning were delivering the project on time, maintaining budget control, achieving stakeholder alignment, effectively transferring risk through the P3 structure. These factors became benchmarks for evaluating project success. And next, enter the another slide. Stakeholder landscape and initial risks. This project involved a highly complex stakeholder environment which directly influenced risk throughout the project life cycle. The government of Canada was primarily interested in trade, growth, and infrastructure leadership. The US federal and Michigan government focused on border efficiency and regional economic development. Local communities were concerned about job creation, land use, and environmental protection. The private concessionaire prioritized financial returns risk control. Labor unions emphasized employment opportunities and safety. Environmental groups focused on ecological protection and regulatory compliance. One of the most significant early challenge was political opposition, particularly from US stakeholders connected to the existing Ambassador Bridge. This opposition caused approval delays and uncertainty. Other initial risks are also included funding uncertainty due to the binational nature of the project, environmental approvals which required compliance with two regulatory systems, cross border, legally it will be approved by the procedure. So different legal and regulatory frameworks to navigate. And next, enter into another slide. Next, risk management strategy. This slide summarizes the top 5 risks identified during execution and how they were addressed. The most critical risk was political reference, which both high probability and high impact. Canada mitigated this by assuming financial leadership, ensuring the project could be processed despite opposition. The risk of a funding shortfall was addressed through the P3 financial and operational risks to private partners. Environmental delays were managed through early compliance, planning and proactive mitigation strategies to prevent schedule overruns, performance based contracts. Finally, stakeholders were used, holding contractors accountable for timelines. Finally, stakeholders resistance was mitigated through sustained public engagement and transparent communication. Overall, the project demonstrated strong risk identification, response planning, and execution, which is a hallmark of effective project management in mega projects. And next, enter into the another slide. Next, communication and monitoring. Communication played a critical role in monitoring and controlling this project. The project team held weekly meetings to track progress and resolve issues quickly. Government stakeholders received monthly reports to support oversight and approvals. The public received quarterly updates, reinforcing transparency and trust. Contractors used real time dashboards for continuous performance monitoring. In a binational project of this scale, communication was not just expectations, reduced misinformation, and supported timely decision making. This structured communication approach helped maintain stakeholder confidence and project momentum throughout execution. And next, enter into the another. Was the project successful? Our team concludes that yes, the Gordie Howe International Bridge project was successful. First, it achieved its strategic objective by delivering a new border crossing that significantly enhances trade capacity. Second, the project demonstrated political resilience, maintaining progress despite sustained opposition. Third, it showcased innovative risk management, particularly through the P3 model and Canada's financial leadership. Fourth one, strong governance structures enabled effective coordination between two national governments. Finally, the long term economic benefits of improved trade flow justify the long term economic benefits of improved trade flow justify early challenges and risks. From a project management perspective, success was not defined by the absence of problems, but by the project's ability to anticipate, observe, and manage complexity effectively. And next, enter into the another slide. These are the references we used in our project management lessons learned, and this case provides several important project management lessons. First, political risk management must be actively planned and managed, not ignored. Second one, stakeholder power is dynamic and must be continuously reassessed. Third one, strong governance enables resilience, especially in mega projects. Finally, communication is a control tool. So here we have step by step procedures in our project. We have to follow each and every step thoroughly, then only we can not only in our project, if we start any project, we have to frame some rules and regulations, and we have to be follow those rules and regulations, then only we can get success. Sometimes like if you follow the instructions, you have to you have to get some logics from that. Then only, like, it is depends on financial, it is depends on communication purpose, many things are included if any project want to succeed. So here we used these references. Like, finally, communication is a control tool. Mainly in any area, any era, communication is main important. While we are working with the systems, while we are working with the peers, while we are working with some other software, some wherever we are working. Sometimes we are working with like humans, manpower. Then also we need, these things are very mandatory, like communication through emails, through contacts, through like whatever the communication we are using, like nowadays. It's kind of multiple things we are using to communicate with one person to another person, one system to another, one state to another state, likewise. And not merely a reporting function. So here what we can say that finally, communication is a control tool, not merely a reporting function. It is not a function. So the references listed here informed our analysis and support the conclusion we have presented. So these are the things we included in this. Here I used 5 references, big things get done, how big things we can get like done in, like analysis, bridge failures. We took some other references, if before some same, likewise project management, how we can use project management wise, and how we can see engineering, literature review, architectural management. We have to consider many things to manage the things. So these are the references we used in our project. So here, governance, stakeholder power is dynamic, continuously reassessed, and political risk. So if we want to develop like project or bridges between two countries, we need, like political support as well, and financial support also we need. So here we are managing all the skills. These are the things we are managing here. So these are the references we are using here.